of growing plants in water, it's the most easiest method to do and avoids issues like overwatering and reduces pests as well, which is more associated with growing plants in soil. Watch the video until the end where I share with you a bonus tip on how to grow plants indefinitely in water. Number 1, Dracenea. Draceneas are amazing, gorgeous plants with a tree-like structures there, with its trunk and their very long leaves. And this one here, I've propagated about 6 months ago and it's been growing in water ever since, and I'm going to leave it in water indefinitely. And you can see the gorgeous root system there is very long. And the thing about water growing is that you can actually see the root system of the plant, which is amazing to watch it grow. All I do is get my clean clippers, I cut a stem from the mother trunk, and I make sure that I only take one cutting out of each plant. So this pot here actually has 3 individual plants potted into the one pot. And all I do is cut a stem, pop it in the water, and I make sure I don't take another cutting until I see new growth on the mother plant, because taking too many cuttings from the mother plant all in one go stresses out a Dracenea and it can die from it. This one here, I cut it about 6 months ago, and you can see there is new growth coming out, and there's actually a new growth bud on the trunk. So I actually can go ahead and cut another cutting, but I'm actually going to leave it alone because I've got 2 other ones already here. The next one is Begonia. Begonias are gorgeous plants with their silvery spotty leaves. They're also called a polka dot plant or angel wing plants, and because the leaves look like angel wings. All I do with this one here is, once again, I cut along the stem and pop it in the water. And this plant here can grow its root system very fast. It's a more delicate and a fine root system compared to, say, the Dracenea before, but it's also a gorgeous plant and easy to grow in water. Number 3, string of spades. You think a succulent wouldn't be able to grow in water? A succulent, which is a very drought tolerant plant, wouldn't like growing water? Well, string of spades definitely can grow in water. This is my mother plant here, and she's called a string of spades because her leaves look like spades. It's a vining type of succulent, and you can see she's grown very long, her vines, and at the bottom the actual leaves are very small and very tattered, and I don't like the look at the bottom part of this plant, so I'm going to give her a haircut and make her look a lot more fuller, a lot more lush. And what I'm going to do with the cuttings, I'm going to cut the cuttings in half, remove all the leaves from the bottom of the stem. I certainly don't want any of the leaves sitting in water, that's why I do that. And once that's done, I fill the glass up, well, in this case the container is a glass. I fill it 1 or 2 inches of water. String of spades doesn't actually need a lot of water to grow, and I pop it in the water. Definitely making sure that none of the leaves are in the water. Number 4, Monstera Siltepecana. This plant is absolutely gorgeous with its dark silvery leaves, and it's a very fast growing plant. All I do is I cut in between the internodes. So when I say internode, what I mean is that it's the distance between one set of leaves to the other set of leaves. That little stem in between is called the internode. I just cut right in the middle of the stem and I pop it in water. These ones here I grew about 2 months ago, and you can see the actual root system is very strong because this plant is a very fast growing vining plant, and it's absolutely amazing to watch how fast the root system of this plant grows. And then number 5, how can I not say and put it on the list of Philodendron heartleaf. So this is the plain normal green philodendron here with its dark heart-shaped leaves. Cutting the stems is exactly the same, cutting in between the internodes there. And if you didn't want to do a Philodendron heartleaf, you can also do the same technique to a Philodendron Brazil. And with this plant, It is also a fast growing plant and it has very strong root system. I actually find it has a stronger root system than the Monstera Siltepecana, and also it can grow very fast. And so all I do with these cuttings, I pop them all in water. I place them in an area that has bright indirect sunlight, and I replace the water at least once every 2 weeks, even better by replacing water once a week. And thank you so much for watching to the end. And for your bonus tip, if you want to grow a plant in water indefinitely, once every 3 months, pop a drop of liquid fertilizer in water, because these plants are growing water. It's not getting any nutrients. It might be getting oxygen, it might get in water from the actual water, but it's not actually getting any nutrients. So placing just 1 drop of liquid fertilizer will give the plants enough nutrients to keep on growing indefinitely. If you did enjoy this content, watch this video here where I show you how to propagate a Peperomia polybartra, and I'll see you there in the next video.